'cause you want to try the water and Waterland.
Welcome back, everybody. That was awesome. Y'all are my favorite band. I don't know if I've ever told you that, but it's true. I have a few questions for you. When was the last time you guys played together?
Like as a band, or?
Yes. As a band.
I don't know. You know?
2010 at what's that place called? The Old Tavern.
Reunion.
Yeah.
I farted.
We vowed never to do it again after that, but here
Great.
we are.
Didn't we just play tonight?
You did. You did fart.
I told you.
One thing I've always wondered, how did you guys meet?
The back door and Brandon.
Yeah.
Actually.
Oh my God. Well, we were like 14, 13,
Yeah.
14. Tell the Mudhoney story.
We met in like second grade.
We knew this guy named Ernie. He's one of the awesomest musicians you'll ever see in your whole life. They were in his band, and I used to watch them practice, and I was jealous. Then one day we started playing together, and we broke his equipment to pieces, and we started a band.
Yeah.
And that's basically how it goes.
Okay.
Ernie
Is that the
Gentry,
camera?
That's his name.
There's a mic up there, so you guys are good. Just point it at him.
All right.
All right. Well, that's awesome. You guys
Say that?
you guys put out a lot of records and tapes. I mean, how many records or tapes do you guys have?
How many do you have?
We have about 3 records and 3 tapes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's from 25 years ago. We did the tapes first.
25 years
A
ago.
long time ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We still haven't sold all of them.
So they're still
They're
available.
still available.
All right. On the full-length left record, how did you guys get together with Jay Reatard?
I was in Memphis one time when I was out of high school, and I was at record stores buying records, and I made it a point to buy some local Memphis punk records that I'd never heard of. And I bought them and liked them. Then I sent our tape to this record label in Memphis. And a few weeks later, he called me because we used to put our phone number in our demos and tapes. And that's how we met. And there's not much more to the story.
Okay.
He just called me one day,
Well, that's great.
and we started hanging out.
He never called me back.
And then we saw him eat a Bible at the King's Court Inn in Memphis.
Eat a Bible? Eat a
The
Bible.
first night was that the first time I met Jay's? We go there and hung out, and
First time I met him, we
he ate
rode
the
to
Gideon's
downtown
Bible.
Memphis, breaking every bus stop on the way on Union Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
We'd pull over and get a trash can, and he'd throw it and break a bus stop to pieces. We did that 4 or 5 times. Then we got to downtown and parked and watched the Oblivions play is what we did. That's the first time I met him.
Hey, when he came here, he was pretty young, but the garage story where he spray painted what? He sprayed oven cleaner. What was that?
Oh yeah, he was down
It's
recording
Crystal
us,
Springs.
and we were in Crystal Springs at Justin's garage. There was this really cliche punk band that was touring that they booked him a show. What were they called? Fighting Cause. It was like these dudes with mohawks and everything.
Yeah.
And they were playing, and Jay was acting a fool, and first he grabbed a thing of motor oil and poured it on himself.
He was naked first.
Yeah, he got naked.
Yeah.
He always got naked.
Yeah.
And then he poured motor oil all over himself, and then he grabbed a thing. It was like a spray can.
Oven cleaner.
Yeah, he said he thought it was like spray paint or something, but it was oven cleaner. He sprayed it all over his balls, and of course it.
Oh my Jesus.
Yeah, of course that didn't feel very good.
Yeah.
And
Then he was in the shower for an hour trying to wash it all off, and it
Wow.
was burning his skin off.
How old was he then?
Oh man, he had to be
16 or 17.
16 or 17.
And I took fighting cause to the Briarwood pool the next day, and they climbed the fence and pretty much got like arrested. They got out of it. I just left
forgot
them
about
there.
that.
Yeah. Because it wasn't open. But there's a lot of stories about Jay like that. You know,
Yeah.
that's not the most important part. You know.
He had a barbecued slug.
The barbecue
Rich's
slug
house
behind fortification apartments there. Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Good times.
well, back to us guys. What is the significance of Steve Gutenberg and the 99-cent value meal?
Yeah. I don't know.
Steve Gutenberg was when we'd practice the Eunuchs, and then when we'd get done, like playing the songs we'd written, we'd get together and just make stuff up on the spot, like us three, and we'd switch instruments. And we called it. It's called Steve Gutenberg and the fucking Freaks for the full name. And we just, we record it and listen to it ourselves and laugh and never played it for anybody else.
The three of us, it's like as soon as you had to, we liked having a band, we liked having songs, but as soon as you had to play them like twice or 3 times and actually rehearse for something, it became work. So the side project was always the funnest part of the day. So we'd go and like so-called rehearse, and then the rest of the time we just mess around and go to the Sonic and get slushy headaches and just on purpose, and then go back and just write fun songs that weren't work, and we're not like that anymore.
Yeah, we
really
actually have to
depressing.
work now.
We had 10 times as many of those songs as our real songs.
And they were 10 times better than anything.
We
Most
had
of it would just be
10 or
the-
12 albums of that.
It's usually just whatever the current inside jokes were. We'd make songs out of the whatever.
I hear y'all have a lot of inside jokes.
Pretty much.
In fact,
I don't know.
what is a fushi?
Did you say Fushi?
Fushi? Fushi? How do
It
you
depends
say
on how
it?
you pronounce it.
Well,
'cause
how
it's
do you
two different-
pronounce it? You tell me.
I don't know. I
That
have
came
no
from
idea.
him.
What's that?
His
What's
friends
that?
kind of.
Well, I've always said that the definition of a fuchi is if you don't know what a fuchi is, you probably are one.
I'm a fushi.
That's enough said.
Yeah.
Enough said.
Use it in a sentence.
Yeah.
He just did.
No, yeah.
Yeah, you are a fushi. You just
Josh
said
is a
to me.
fuchi.
Okay, tell us about Blahll Records.
When we were kids, we wanted to do a record like everybody else. At first, we couldn't really afford that, so we made our own homemade tapes, home dubbed ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And we had to have a record label, so we just called it which is like when a monster jumps out in like a B-movie, monster movie, it jumps up. That's all that is. And at first, we put out some tapes. Then I saved up the money and started putting our records out, and nobody bought them or whatever. But
Our
to
first
this
tape.
day, we have records coming out on that label, and I don't have any idea why or how it happened because we don't make money and nobody buys them. But whatever.
Our first tape, though, was our first record label was called Alien Nose Records.
Well, that was Michael's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what the 99-cent stuff was on.
Michael's label was Alien Nose. What was our first one? It was something real short that didn't last. I can't remember now.
So did you guys get into this for the money?
But what money?
No.
Why?
The negative.
Why did you get into this?
No. We didn't have a
What?
social life.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, well, there's a good story about, we'd go to the Carrie's garage. His father was nice enough to fix it up real nice for us and actually make us a good, comfortable, safe place to go. And every single weekend we'd play, do punk rock, listen to punk rock. There was a record player and stuff like that. And it was just like a safe zone for us. You know, safe zones are real important.
Yeah.
It wasn't supposed to go on this long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know what happened. It did.
The funny thing,
We were all in other bands that were serious and
we
that
needed
were
a-
terrible.
we
But
needed a
so,
non-serious safe zone.
and we started playing together as a joke, and it was more fun than the serious bands,
Yeah.
pretty much. So
Well, I'm so glad you guys did.
We are too. Yeah, we were 3 comedians.
Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, we should mention one of the original members of the Eunuchs, Cliff. Our first show was at
JC.
a girl we went to high school with, Sweet 16 birthday party at the JC Hall in Clinton. And Cliff was our singer then.
We had a singer. We had a metal wash tub, like they used to use a wash tub. And I think Josh was just beating on that with like a stick, like an oak tree the whole time.
I know that it was recorded on cassette, and that's the one cassette I wish we had.
Where was the place y'all played then?
It was JC Hall in Clinton. It was a long concrete building that echoed very loudly.
Yeah.
And as soon as we started, all the kids left. And so it was like us really loudly just making noise.
Yeah,
Those are your classic
the girl
punk
was
rock
like,
stories.
"Y'all have a band, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, come play my birthday party."
Sweet
Like,
She-
no, I don't think you want us to.
She did not know what she was getting into. We didn't even have any songs in. We like tried to play. We knew like the verses of like some.
We
Dead
just
Boy
showed up to a
songs
Sweet
or
16
something.
party and ruined it by making noise.
We
shit
tried
that
to
made
tried to
noise.
play
I
Sonic
wish I
Reducer,
could have
but
been
didn't
a
even
fly on
do
that wall.
But we also did that at the fair 2 or 3 times.
it. Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
our second show.
That's when we were the Jason Sickle rock band.
Oh, yeah.
You guys played at the state fair. I remember that.
Twice.
Because
Yeah.
Jason called to get us.
Twice.
Jason called to get us the gig, and the guy was like, "Well, what's your name?" And he meant, "What's your band name?" And he was like, "Jason Sickle." So they gave us these like certificates for having played at the Clarion Ledger
graduated.
Talent Tent. It says the Jason
Sickle
Sickle
rock
rock
They
band.
said that
band.
in the paper. And
Awesome.
everything.
That's awesome.
And then the second time we played, we did like probably the best version of the KKK Took My Baby Away by the Ramones.
Yeah.
Like live at the state fair real loud.
The first
That's
year,
kinda
Cliff was still with
Yeah.
us. The first year we played, his dad came and like sat in the front rows, all ready to be proud of his boy. And we started playing. His dad was like,
He was looking like he was waiting on somebody.
"Yeah,
He's like, I'm beating somebody.
all of a sudden he acted like he didn't know us.
I'm
I had
beating
a-
somebody. Where's
There's a
that?
country band playing later.
I had a backpack full of props, and one was like that little thing with like red Kool-Aid. It was supposed to be blood like Kiss, and I spit it out. I think the only person it hit was like Caldwell or something. He got so pissed at me.
And there was a fight in the audience.
There was a fight.
Yeah, there was a fight in the
I
audience.
handed out fireworks, bottle
Due to
rockets.
us.
We didn't really play
We
a
saw
song.
somebody pick up a chair and lift over their head. That was the end of it. We were told to stop.
How old were y'all then?
We were like 15.
15.
Jeez.
So we ruined the state fair and a Sweet 16 party all in the same year, probably.
Nice. Nice.
Is that the year that didn't Cliff take a dookie
You know, a lot
as a
of people,
manufacturer?
it takes some years to do that, but it took y'all 1 year. That's
We were
awesome.
ahead of our time.
You really were.
Ahead of our time.
Did y'all actually clip your balls for this band?
No.
No. Okay. I just wanted to know because it's the Eunuchs. I just wanted to know if y'all still
What
had
what does that
balls.
mean?
Me and Cliff, yeah, me and Cliff took Latin in high school, and we just thought that was the awesomest word ever. That was a good.
We
band
like the
name.
way it was
You just
spelled.
like the way it
Yeah.
was spelled? Yeah.
People still
The
don't know how to
unchucked.
spell.
Yeah. You were at the fair and you
No,
saw
I
that
was-
girl.
no, there was a girl. I
You were
was-
at the flea market.
No, I made homemade like drawn flyers for our shows type thing, and I'd hand them out at the high school. And a girl, I handed one up to her, and she turned around. She said, "Who are the unchucks?" And
Tell that story about your grandma.
It's the unchucks
What?
and the nunchucks.
I don't remember all the stories, but like there was, I mean, I remember telling like, cause like they were biblical scholars, and it's like they just knew what the eunuchs were, and of course that. But then, I mean, well, the record was the biggest thing to break because I didn't really have a whole lot of family to like break this. Like I'm finally in a band with a record. It's on Sack of Shit. Records released our.
And your
and we're the
grandma was like,
Eunuchs.
"What's the name of the band?" And
Yeah.
I told her, she's like,
Tell grandma.
"Why?
yeah.
Why?"
Hey, Josh.
Why would you?
Josh, let me ask you this. Your uncle
Right.
was the lead guitar player in Black Oak, Arkansas.
Yep.
So, what is a guy that of that caliber? What did he think about his nephew in this?
He supported us. He supported everybody because he was just that kind of person. But there's photos of us playing because he came all the way to Clinton when we were still in the garage and took
Yeah.
photos of us just playing because he was just so excited. And even though he knew we sucked, probably.
Yeah.
It's like he still supported us. He was always like one of our biggest fans.
That's awesome.
That's kind of the person he was, and everybody will say that about him.
Yeah, I always had a hard time I always kind of knew we sucked, you know, but I always had a hard time understanding when people would like really be into it. I was like, did you just watch us play? I mean, what the fuck is wrong with you? You
I
know?
always knew he
It's like,
sucked, but
dude, that was awesome.
later when I became an adult,
I
I
think you
realized
guys
how
are
much he
incredible.
really sucked.
I think you guys are incredible.
We were more performance art, honestly. I think at
And I'm
first.
still coming to the realization every day how much we really suck. Can't believe
Who are you talking about?
it. Us.
Oh,
Like, people still talk about when we played at Dirt Cheap Discs.
Yeah.
And that was a terrible show.
Yeah.
All we did was we just acted a fool and then we smashed an inflatable guitar.
I don't remember sitting down playing drums, but I
Did you
remember
light it on
running
fire?
around the drums.
No, we just
Like,
smashed
Just
it.
smashed an inflatable guitar.
and then our favorite, like our biggest fans after that show were like elder punk rock
Yeah.
people that like continuously supported us for years later. And I think that kind of like made us want to keep
That
doing it.
gave us an ego.
Yeah, it did. The
Well,
only
I
punks
think
in
you
town
guys
like
have
us.
an audience. I think you guys have an audience, and I really think they're
Where?
out
Yeah, me.
there.
Yeah.
I'm watching it right now.
Yeah, I think they're out there,
Yeah.
and they are loving you guys.
Well, is it 1993?
Actually, I'm not sure, but I think we're in it's 2017. Right?
Something.
Is that right?
I'm not good at
I
math.
don't think it's gonna work
2017.
now.
And I think you guys are hot.
Well, you know,
we're classic rock.
there was that time that we played the very first Goner Fest in
Oh
Memphis.
yeah.
Oh, with Bobby.
And we
Yeah,
thought
tell us
that
about
was
that.
gonna be like our way back in to like start playing shows and like, you know, maybe, you know, get the band going back together, and it was a freaking disaster.
You
'cause-
guys play at the Buccaneer, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I love the Buccaneer.
It was a disaster
I love
because
the Buccaneer.
Rich got drunk and kept snatching the microphone.
Rich
Well, the first song,
Yeah.
my guitar got unplugged by Rich.
Who is Rich?
Rich
This guy that
Crook.
unplugged my guitar, but
That was
the
his
rest
part
of
in the
set, I was
band.
just playing and nothing was coming out of the amp. But it didn't
Yeah, it
matter.
was.
All right. Well, it's been so great talking with the
Oh my
Eunuchs tonight.
God, it's been so good.
Yes.
High
Oh, man.
five, bro.
Yes.
Yeah. What?
love-
Oh, sorry, here.
That was my face.
Oh, sorry.
That was
Sorry.
my-
Wait,
Anyway,
everyone.
it's been great talking with you guys.
High five, Jason. Sorry.
Yeah.
High five. Sorry.
Y'all can do that later.
We were excited.
Anyway.
High five, dudes. Let's go. It's good stuff. All right.
It's been great talking with you guys and hearing y'all for the first time in a long time. But let's make sure that we hear you guys more often, okay? Okay? Okay.
Sure.
Thank you. And good night. That was great, except he hit me in the face. You hit me in the face. I'm a diva.
I was high
I'm a
fiving.
diva.
Is it still recording?
Yeah, so
Good, good. High five!
I just want to be a friend.
I'm a diva, damn it. All right, it's off.
Hey,
now,
you
right?
get away from that horse. He's my friend.
Horse.
No, not the horse. Not the horse.
Hey, kid, get away from that horse. But he's my friend.
Where did I put my beer? Jesus.
I wish that had all happened with a band I liked. We're gonna watch it.
Yeah.
Mine is the one with a huggy on it somewhere.